What's up, Unchancellable community, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my 1980s collection part 2. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're going to start off with the CDs. We got the Essential Michael Jackson 2-disc set. Here's the back. Here's disc 1 and disc 2. Pretenders, the singles. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Pink Floyd. Here's the back. Here's the disc. Belinda Carlisle. Here's the back. Here's the disc. We got, sorry about that, Robben Ford. Here's the back. Here's the disc. And 30 million sellers from the rock and roll years. Here's the back. Oh. There's the disc. Now we're moving on to the cassettes. We've got UB40. Here's the back. There's the tape. Men at Work, Business as Usual. Here's the back. There's the tape. Jasper Carrot. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Another UB40. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Shaky. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Not the 9 o'clock news. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Walk On by Dionne Warwick. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Chris Rea, Wired to the Moon. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Bryan Adams, Reckless. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Sade, Diamond Life. Here's the back. Here's the tape. The Best of Chris Rea. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Another The Best of Chris Rea. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Shepherd Moons. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Here we got Michael Bolton. Here's the back. Here's the tape. The Fast Lane Track Test. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Ellie Brooks Inspiration. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Robert Palmer Addictions Volume 1. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Another Robert Palmer Addictions Volume 1. Here's the back. Here's the tape. And to end off this video, we have got a CBS. Here's the back. Here's the tape. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.